Mr. Ramos, Liam Crowley, Comicbook.com.
What's going on?
One quick question for you. You were rumored for a lot of different Marvel roles before you landed your Ironheart gig. What made the Ironheart role the best one for you?
Yeah, I mean, Ironheart was always, that was the role that they had in mind. Yeah, the other ones were all just rumors, which I was like flattered about. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was waiting on Marvel to call, but finally they did, and the Hood, we had fun. I had fun with that role.
That's awesome. Have you seen any cuts of any of the episodes? What does it look like?
No, I haven't seen anything. So I'm excited to see it eventually.
Optimus Primal, a character I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you voiced in a web series in 2018. How long has this live action version been in the works, and how long have you wanted to voice Optimus Primal on the big screen?
I'm kind of one of these guys that kind of, I'm a hit and run kind of guy, so I guess I did it and I forgot about it. I never had it on my radar to do it again. Once it came up, I went, oh, this sounds really cool. I saw the character, I saw what they were asking of me and how he fit into this particular story, and it's been, all systems go ever since.
You've had a lot of big blockbuster franchises that you've done in your career. Are there any that you would like to cross over with this Transformers world now that the Maximals have been introduced?
I just am grateful for whatever comes, man. I'm very thrilled that I'm still in the game at this, ripe old age. Grateful I'm still able to stand on my own 2 feet and give this interview. And we'll see what happens.
One final question for you. I loved you as Hellboy growing up with those movies. They've done a lot with the character in recent years. It talks about doing reboots and everything. What's your just thoughts on the status of the character of Hellboy?
I was very happy with the version that Guillermo and I involved ourselves with.
Last time we spoke was before the finale aired, and literally 24 hours ago, you made me cry over putting a puzzle together when you reassembled the Believe sign. I just want to get your reaction to the past week in your career. Transformers premiere, we're here now in New York City. Ted Lasso finale on Wednesday. Just walk me through your emotions.
Thank you, bro. Nice to see you again, and thank you for coming here and cheering up. And it's surreal to be now here in the Transformers world, universe. I used to play with the toys, and now I am I am one of them, so I still cannot believe it, and forever grateful with Steven and Mark and Lorenzo and the writers for giving me the opportunity.
Absolutely. Ted Lasso now being over for now. We shall see where the future holds. There was a tease at the end that there might be an AFC Richmond women's show.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that, and could we see Danny Rojas a part of it?
I was very happy with that. I think there's potential to so many stories. It's the end for now, as you said. I hope there's more too. I hope there's a spin-off for the women's team. I hope there's a spin-off for Reek. I hope there's a spin-off for Rebecca, for Danny. There's potential to many things, but for now I'm just grateful to have been part of it, and forever grateful with Jason, Brendan, Joe, Bill, the writers, for giving me the opportunity. And I hope Transformers, Ted Lasso allows me to tell more stories, also the ones that I'm trying to create, and thanks to everyone else supporting and cheering.
I want to get your reaction. I'm not sure if we ever got your public thoughts on Creed 3. You obviously directed Creed 2. You're part of the franchise. What was your reaction? Did you get to check it out?
All right, man. I'm like, I love it, man. I loved it from the first cut. I saw several versions of the movie as Mike was going through the process, and I was super proud, man. I was sitting there at the premiere. I damn near wanted to cry, man, seeing what he pulled off, and I'm super proud to be a part of that legacy. The fact to me, like Creed 1 and 2 and 3 rock, you know what I mean? So like, you can just sit down and watch all 3 and feel satisfied. Super proud, yeah.
Is there any chance we could see you back in the franchise? I know they're probably going to want to do sequels.
Oh, they are. I don't know. I got to check with Mike, man. He got the heavy hand right now, you know what I mean? Like, he's doing great. I feel like he's done so great, he might want to do another one. But that's a great question. I don't know.
Liam Crowley, Comicbook.com. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Man, you look like a superhero. Yeah,
that just made my day. I'm glad we got that on camera too.
Oh,
I'm going to cherish that forever. Little Birdie told me, my colleague Brandon Davis, that you're a very big wrestling fan, as am I. What are you watching right now? AEW, WWE, anything else in the independent?
I'll be honest with you, I stopped. I told him this. Early 90s to the early 2000s is where I locked in. Once The Rock became a movie star, I left. Once John Cena became the main guy in the WWE, I was out of there. I was like, no offense to John Cena, but my heart just wasn't in it no more.
So you're telling me if The Rock came back for one more match against Roman Reigns,
I promise you,
you'd be there?
I'm so mad that I missed WrestleMania. I'm so mad because wasn't it Stone Cold that was a part of WrestleMania this past year? Yeah, I'm pissed. I had no clue, but when I found out it was already the day after. So yeah, I'll be in attendance if The Rock ever came back.
Cheetor, can you tell me about the Maximals? Like, what is their role in the grander Transformers universe going forward from this film?
Man, your guess is as good as mine. Okay, I'm the rookie in this here. Like, look, I just got in. I signed an NDA. Didn't know what I was going in for. Okay, so I think the journey for me is happening at the same time as everybody else. But I think on a real note, I'm so excited to be a part of this. The only thing that I can trace it back to is what growing up and watching the Maximals, you know, and what that represented to me as a kid. So just to see this in live action for me, man, this is really surreal. It's huge. It's a big deal.
That is very special. That was actually my next question. Your first Transformers memory, what was it?
Oh gosh, Autobots roll out. You know, and then like they're doing the thing and just like the cartoon versions. You know, we used to watch this every Saturday. So from that to now, I'm still pinching myself. Like I can't, bro. What? So I'm speechless, man. I probably have the right words to say when I'm like, oh man, I should have said this. But for now, I'm like a kid in a candy store, man.
That's why I'm glad this is on video, because I'm seeing all your emotions, and I want our audience to see it as well. Liam Crowley, Comicbook.com. Lorenzo, thank you so much for taking the time. Quick one right off the bat. Who's your favorite Transformer?
It was Bumblebee, but I gotta say, now with Mirage, I might have to betray my dear Bumblebee and move over to Mirage, because Pete Davidson turned that Transformer into an incredible character.
It's a very fair explanation. A lot of Transformers movies, the franchise has gone across different decades. What made this one a challenge compared to other Transformers movies?
Well, I think we went to Peru for almost 2 months, and more than being in a foreign country, we went down to the jungle for a month and sweated and toiled and worked, and then we went up to Cusco and Machu Picchu up to 12,000, 13,000 feet. So it was actually physically incredibly hard.
Very excited to hear the sound in this movie, because Transformers is such an iconic franchise from a sound perspective. Talk to me about the creative process. How long did it take you to define how this movie was going to sound?
Dude, I was on this movie as the composer for almost 2 years. So we put a lot of time to bake this score and make something very special for the fans, and so it can live up to the legacy of the franchise. Because, you know, the movie in the last 5 movies, sick, off the chain, really definitive for so many people. So I was just trying to step up to that level.
Bumblebee had a lot of 80s and 90s music used in it in terms of actual soundtrack music. Did that era influence the score at all?
Well, remember, we're set in the 90s, so we actually had to bring in the 90s hip-hop of Brooklyn, and that actually did influence the score. I wanted to make sure that you could feel 90s hip-hop in the score. Now, this is a Transformer score, so it's big, it's epic, it's emotional, right? It's exciting, but yet we had to bring in that little bit of flavor, specifically in that TR-808 hip-hop drum machine that is so iconic of so many hip-hop songs.